we are going to dive into listener DMs. You guys, this is the segment where we give you guys advice, where you ask questions, where we try to give you the wisdom that we have gained in our lives to help you guys live better lives. So,
very long lives.
Send your questions or anything that you want advice to cultureunfilteredshow@gmail.com, and we will be sure to address it in one of our future episodes. So we're going to start out with number 1. Okay, so this is scenario numero uno. I attended an event to celebrate the launch of my friend's company and ran into an ex who is also his friend. Towards the end of the event, I saw her smiling with another friend of his who I happened to have met a couple of times. 2 months later, I ran into both of them at a picnic, and they definitely looked like they were dating. Should I be mad that he didn't respect the bro code, or better yet, does the bro code extend to him since we weren't as close? This guy coughing, he's got something to say. To your face?
I feel like it's you kept seeing them. This has nothing to do with your life anymore. I don't think you're seeing them from afar. He's not involved in their story anymore. I don't see why that's an issue. I don't.
Yeah, I think that whole should you be annoyed thing, like if you are annoyed, it comes from a place of entitlement, and because that is a part of your life that has now passed, and yeah, even the way that you explain friend of a friend, like all of that stuff, there is degrees of separation, and with those degrees of separation means the entitlement that you feel to that person or to that individual, to that situation, decreases with those degrees of separation. And after a while, you should really be in your own lane and forward looking at your own things that you're doing and let them be. Just because you had a relation with that person doesn't mean they cannot no longer have relations with people that you know. We are all connected. We just spoke about social media and how we are connected in some way or some form. So because you said or shoulder bumped with someone, does that mean I can now not do and shoulder bump? No. So it comes from a place of entitlement, and that position or that place, I feel like, can only cause you more harm than good, because you really shouldn't have that level of entitlement. You should just allow people to be, unless it's like your brother or your sister or your cousin or something where it's really close and the degrees of separation are are much closer. Then yeah, but with this one, I think, babe, focus on your own books.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm just you know, I feel like, and this is
the liberated sister.
This is it. Not even. I feel like this time y'all are the liberated ones, because there's a part of me that believes in a statute of limitations when I mess with someone. Like, if I date you, my expectation is that you cannot date nobody that I know for at least like 2 years. At least like 2 years. Because like, I don't know, I just feel like it's messy, it's kind of weird. Like, and 2 years is me being very, very generous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you, and I don't really have like, none of my relationships have ended poorly. And so we're all cool. But like, it's 7.9 billion people in this world, and you couldn't find somebody that I don't know. And I know I can speak for LA. LA is a small ass city, but it's hella beautiful ass women. Why you have to
actually it's very likely though, if you think about it. If this person was your friend or lover or whatever, of course your friend, right? Someone that you were friends with would find things about this person, because think about it, you're friends based on mutuality, right? There's things that you share interests on. Think about it. The only other person who would actually view this person as that attractive would be the person that you know directly. It's not going to be, it's the person that you're on Instagram like, yo, isn't he cute? Yeah, he's cute. Yeah, he's cute, right? So you think you and your girl saying this guy is cute, and you really think that both of y'all are not likely to be attracted to the same person?
I mean it makes sense.
You said, of course not?
Yeah, I feel like when it's that close, right? Then of course that can't run. If I'm now coming to you to talk to you about a guy that I'm into, and you're saying that he's cute to
no. Okay. So no, I'm saying like if you find the same kind of aesthetics. Cute.
Oh, okay.
You like the same kind of guy. It's a certain physique, a certain like, chisel. So like, if you like all these things, there's no way, right? She could have missed that. Like, she'll look at you like, clear, girl, we like abs. Like, that's the nigga with abs. There's no other nigga with abs in the 3-mile radius. Who else am I gonna talk to, Claire?
I see here, but see, my thing is like, I think, and I say bro code / hoe code, and when I say hoe, I don't mean hoes, I just mean like the girls. I know they see your face. When I say bro code / hoe code, I think that for me, that stops after third party. So like, if it's like my friend's friend, maybe there's not that entitlement, but maybe we can talk about this. Okay, let's elaborate, or let's like kind of elaborate to the situation. Say these two are dating, and your other friend knows, and this is an ex of yours. Are your friends responsible for telling you, or should they kind of just like step back and mind their business?
I'm gonna step back and let you go crazy. I think that's.
You're not gonna tell your homeboy like, oh, by the way, yo, girl, like.
No, usually, because relationships and like oxytocin, these attachment issues, they rear their heads. Regardless, you don't have to do anything. It's gonna pop out. Like, I'm sure we've all here had that friend that went like, yo, can you believe? Who the fuck? Look who he's with now.
Bitch, look at this. Girl, look what I just saw.
Look who he's with. And it's kind of like, girl, yeah, she's beautiful. I don't see the problem. But of course, this is your friend. You're like, wow, how could he?
I think the friend doesn't need to tell the friend what's going on. Yeah. I mean, the third party doesn't need to tell what's going on. Is the people that are in the situation that need to express to. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. The people that are actually concerned with the matter directly should be the ones who are breaking the news, or the most they can do is edge the person who may be in the wrong to be like, hey, yo, you really need to let her know so she's informed. It would be wrong for her to find out, or for him to find out through an alternate party. I'm the middleman. I'm not trying to mess up anybody's thing here, but do what's right. And that's the most they can do.
Okay. It's very mature. You guys are so wise. Wow. All right, let's get into listener letter number 2. Okay. So I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for 2.5 years, and he treats me like an absolute queen. This past year, we moved in together, and my name is solely on the lease because I happen to have better credit, period. Since we have been together, I've been the breadwinner of the relationship. Being the breadwinner was okay at first because I support him through his process, and he has also stated that he is going to step up his finances. We are going into year 3, and I'm still paying majority, aka 70% of the bills. At what point should I say enough is enough? I come from a family who values a man as the head of the house and provider, and right now he is just not. How long should I wait for him to get it together? And is it okay for women to be the breadwinners?
She sounds like a Virgo.
You think so? Actually, she do.
Is that Virgo?
What does a Virgo sound like?
A very headstrong woman.
The headstrong and the need to help. Like, so their love language is always coded inside help. It's always inside help, essentially. But it's like I really care about him. It's mostly like there's something about him that's off, and she's trying to like nurture it back.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Virgos love to fix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're always with like very damaged, or either not even physically or attitude wise, but just sometimes just financially inequipped men. And then,
Okay.
Thank God.
Jada August.
Yeah.
Okay, in this situation, I think is about the initial conversation that was had. Like, I feel like it's about the initial premise as well, in terms of what did you establish that you could take? When I say what you established that you could take, like, I mean, like, how long, not how long, but what was the agreement or the conversation pertaining to you being more financially stable and him still kind of finding his feet? Was there a conversation where he was just like, yeah, I'm really going to try and I'm going to make it, and you were like good with that, so you went forward and you put your name on the lease, you had the better credit, you were paying for all of these things, things, and did you put like a time period to it? And if you had like things in place and he's still not coming forth, then you can be like, bro, like what the hell is going on? Like, it's cool that I have more money, but are you even trying? Like, what position do you want to play? And if it's going to be like an equal thing where you both share it half, that's cool too. But I feel like there's a lot of stress that comes with positions being played. One guy is the breadwinner or the head, even if he's not the breadwinner, but being the head of the family, the woman being the neck of the family that holds the head up. And when the positions are being played, but this position is doing more than this position, there's going to be a complex that is faced, and that's going to be really strenuous to the relationship dynamic. So it's just really important to know what the initial conversation was when she entered into this agreement. If the initial conversation had certain premises that have not been met, then of course be like, listen, okay, let me know what's going on. Like, I need to know what's going on so we know how to progress, how to move forward, if this is something I can continue to deal with and something that I can continue to engage with. Because love is great, but love really doesn't pay the bills. So it's really important to have that conversation in terms of money, and it's important to have that financial understanding for the longevity of the relationship. And moving on to the second question, is it okay for the woman to be breadwinners? Of course it's okay for women to be breadwinners, because now we fought for an equality in terms of what are you doing? But yeah, sorry. We fought
because we are in this. It's back-to-back flames and I'm ready.
Come on, sis, preach on.
We fought for equality in terms of having access to particular roles, having access to particular salaries, and being able to work the same hours, the same jobs as our male counterparts. So of course it should be allowed for us to be the breadwinner. However, the type of man or the type of individual that can deal with a woman being the breadwinner, that is the question. That's the questionable aspect, because, like I said, positions have been set by society, by so many things of who plays what role in a relationship. And although the pay gap has been shifted and the access to roles and access to jobs have been shifted, that narrative within the household hasn't yet shifted completely. So if the woman is playing the head, the man now has to be able to understand that he is still the head, but he also needs to act as the neck at particular times, because it could be the woman that's going out and doing all of the work and stuff like that. So his ego shouldn't be bruised by that, and he should be really self-assured that he is still the man, regardless of the fact that he may not financially be able to meet up to his woman counterpart. So the issue isn't if the woman could be the breadwinner. The issue is if the man can deal with the woman being the breadwinner, and educating our men to understand that finance isn't the only thing that makes you a man. And even if you can't meet up with the woman in that sense, there are so many more reasons why you are the head, why you are the man, and the role that you play in our relationship dynamic.
Come on, girl. Like, I mean, she said what she said.
Someone should have been, what? That you just wrote your book. That's your first book. You just
TED Talk right there. I mean, and I think, do y'all watch Insecure? Because this sounds exactly, wow, that's a shame. But this sounds exactly like Issa D.
You know, they're gonna be like, this girl doesn't watch Insecure. I listen to Jasmine Sullivan's song.
This girl. I mean, it's just like Issa D and Lawrence on the show. Like, they were together for 5 years. Lawrence lost his job. Issa was paying all of the bills. She, you know, for real right now?
He's trying to call you, girl.
I know. Right now? Sorry, my cousin. No, but like in the show, they were dating for 5 years. Lawrence lost his job. Issa's now paying, majority of the bills. He keeps giving these like empty goals without meeting them. She ends up cheating and, fucking her ex. And then it kind of becomes like a tumultuous relationship. And I think, like you're saying, the communication has to be set. The communication has to be set. The goals have to be set. And then they have to be met, or it sounds like her basis of how she was raised is like the man is the provider of the household. So knowing that that's what you want, sis, like give this man time, establish clear goals, and then if he's not doing it, then like your name's on the lease, girl, his is not. Have him move out. But that's just me. I it is what it is.
I mean, as someone who has I feel like I've been offered this proposition before. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the struggle of concept, and one could say it's my pride and the African man thing, but I don't believe in the whole I'm trying to figure my life out, and while you make all the money, and then I'll compensate by giving you a title. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I feel like if you told our grandparents that, or if you told our parents that, they even look at you like, what was going on in your generation? What kind of nonsense concept? And I think that's where we tend to, it may sound strict or militant. I feel like we tend to be so very imaginative and explorative, like mentally here in our current generation, because it's like we think romance before anything else. And it can be kind of like, if she was thinking levels and strategy and logic before any of this got started, they wouldn't be here. You moved the whole man in. You didn't have to move him in. You could have just lived in your house.
Yeah.
And dated. You could have lived in your house and dated. But no, you look, I don't know his name, but you said, Jamal, hey, I think that we're going really steady, and I feel like I want you to come stay here. So what? You can see my poverty up close? No, this is stupid. This doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like, so if anyone watching this is thinking about this, do not. It is not smart. Don't lose your soulmate over your current man.
That's
gospel.
That's a soundbite right there.
It is a soundbite. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's my two things.
Yeah, girl, just talk to him and have that man get it together, because
you're gonna be out here, you're gonna miss your blessings dealing with this.
And then your homegirl's gonna be tired of you complaining. And then you said what?
Like, just imagine she got like a whole, like, let me think of what's a perfect black man benchmark. She got a whole Obama dealing with her right now, right? He like, so you see anybody? And she like,
I got someone in my house.
Literally, I got somebody in my house.
You will send that quality top 10 off for the homosexual? Just
I feel stressed.
Okay, well, lucky number 3. All right, this is from a beautiful young lady. I don't know what she looks like, but I just know she's a queen. She said, I've always toyed with the idea of cutting my hair, but I've always been scared when it came time to actually doing it. During quarantine, I've decided that I've had enough and plan to big chop in the next few weeks. My question is if I should/need to tell my mom, my dad, my fiance, and other loved ones before I do it, or if I should just say fuck it and surprise them. I've seen other people talk about how they tell their significant others and other people. What do you guys think?
I can go first.
What?
I said go first. Go first.
It's your hair. It's your prerogative. I feel like we did not, as Bissy said, we did not fight feminism fight all these years for you to now come and be asking for permission to cut your hair. If you want to ask, just say you want to ask permission to buy pants. If you're going to go that far, just go ahead. Just go all the way. If you really want to relinquish all your autonomy and your own free will that God has given you to everybody else, then just go all the way. At this point, I don't know what to tell you. It's your hair. If that's what makes you happy, like, at the end of the day, it's like these people are going to say, don't cut your hair, and you're going to walk around looking in the mirror like, could have been.
I really want to cut my hair.
Right. It's like, it's miserable. I don't think, no.
I think permission isn't the thing that you should ought to seek. You don't need to seek permission. However, when it comes to your partner or your significant other, especially in the talking stages, let's take a look at it from a different perspective. There are times where you go out all glammed up for like the first few dates or whatever, but like the guy really wants to see you without anything on. Like not without anything on, obviously he wants to see that. But in terms of bare face, like to see where you are without all of the additions. And if, for example, the person's been really accustomed to you having either braids or locks or weaves and stuff, and all of a sudden you just go cut your hair, not without like hinting, oh, I would really like this style, or do you like this style, or is this something that you like because this is your partner? Not to do things to appease the significant other, but it's just nice to consider them in that thought process, because when I've heard stories, like people have filed for divorce after getting married the first time they see someone without makeup. Like those things can be so for some people it could be like shallow, but that they could be so crucial to someone in terms of this is why I love, this is why I fell in love with, because I thought this was what it was. So when you are making decisions like that, you don't need to seek permission. Your body is your own body and anatomy. You've got your own autonomy. Do what you want, right? However, it is considerate to maybe inform or just be like, I'm feeling to cut my hair. Do you like girls with short hair? I'm still going to do it, but I just want to know where your head is at with it, you know? Just to be considerate in that sense, because that is your partner and that's who is going to be rubbing your bald head or going through your locks or playing with your braids. So if it's something that they are like, you should have that awareness to know that this could potentially be like proper beef.
If a woman cuts her hair, she's going through something. And whatever that haircut was supposed to help with, just leave it alone. Because you take the haircut out of the equation and she has to find another form of therapy. That's not good for anyone. That's not, you know, so.
Yeah, when a woman changes her hair, she's getting over a toxic nigga, or you know, sometimes.
Especially Geminis.
Don't do us like that.
Or it could be like just to get rid of some split ends. It could be just to get rid of some split ends as well. I feel like it's also important just to know that people do cut their hair to change situations. However, they could really just be doing it for self or just the betterment of their hair. For example, I chopped off my permed ends and I started my natural hair journey, not because I was getting over anybody toxic. Is that or maybe my perm was toxic. It was a toxic relationship with chemicals.
Yeah.
But it was for self. So it's important to know that women do things to heal certain situations, but it's not always from that men's gaze. It could be literally just for self. So I want ladies to know that too.
And I think it's like, it's not about permission, sis. It's about, and she's probably asking from like the sake of like, you know, like when you do something dramatic and then you see your friends and they're like, oh, okay, like, you know, I think if you don't want that
for security, as well.
Yeah, like if you don't want like any like that reaction, just tell people so that they know to expect it. I know sometimes like men like to play in a woman's hair, and like that could also be emotional. Not that it's up to him, but like that could also be an emotional loss for him. And or you know, even I know a lot of Black mothers and Black women feel very attached to their daughter's hair, and so I know, like, for example, my mom loves my afro sometimes more than I do, and I know if I cut my hair, she's gonna freak out, and so I would probably just like warn her or tell her so that she can, you know,
prepare herself.
So you didn't use the bald app on your mom?
Yeah, I wanted to, but then she's on Facebook and somebody sent it, and I was like, the element of surprise is gone. The element of surprise is gone.
That would have been, that would have been epic.
She would have freaked out.
Did she love hair that much?
She loves my hair.
Your hair is very beautiful.
Thank you, girl. When I'm done, when I'm over my hair, she's on the.
Wait, this is your natural. This is.
If you're gonna ask, yeah, sure, it is, y'all. 12 years of locks. So that's we're gonna sip our tea on that one. And on that note, that is a wrap from Listener Letters, you guys. Again, if you guys want advice, you guys want to chat about life, hit us up, send us an email to cultureunfilteredshow@gmail.com.
Yes, make sure you send it, because as you can tell, there is different levels of wisdom, and it will just be a robust answer that will give you clear view vision, so you can see what you need to take, if it's left or if it's right, if it's up or if it's down. Maybe not down, because always up in the name of the Lord. God,
amen. Amen.
But yeah, no, thank you guys so much for joining in with us for this episode. We hope you loved it and you enjoyed our conversation, the topics. I feel like it wasn't very heavy. everyone today in terms of we are speaking about serious matters. And even if we make jest or light of certain situations, they are very important, and people are suffering across the globe, especially pertaining to the continent of Africa and in the country of Nigeria, as well as in America, across the globe. Black people are really just going through it right now. So please do look after your mental, be considerate to others, be more selfless, think about other things, and be also, one thing I've learned, just to share this, that when you fill yourself with gratitude, it alleviates so much pressure over the little stresses that you may feel due to the unforeseen circumstances that we're in right now. Like if you don't have a job, if you've been looking for a job, if you've been doing so much and things don't seem to be working, think about, like, count your daily blessings, the fact that you have a home, or the fact that you can breathe. Even forget anything external, the fact that you even have the gift of life to listen to what we are saying, and you have the senses to be able to articulate, you have thought, you can blink, you can do all of these things. When you fill yourself with gratitude, then you alleviate yourself from the stresses of the minuscule things, and understand that it's important for us to trust the process and just let go and let God. Like, well, that has been my motto. I feel like I've been going through like some hard times. I'm just like, oh, what's going on, Corona? Leave me alone. Let me go out in the house. I want to travel. I don't want to take the test. Like, just little things. But when you let go and let God, you feel a lot lighter, and you're able to shine and glow the way that you need to. So that was just a side note, preaching thing. But we love you guys for being here, and you guys are dope in it. Hope you enjoyed it.
You know, I like it. Youth church sings, isn't it?
Exactly. We love it. We need it. Honestly, we can put that on a loop, and I can play that every morning. I'll be fine.
Exactly.
To the people. But yeah, that's gonna bring us to a wrap. Once again, my name is Bissy Atkins.
My name is Clara Teku.
And my name is Ike Slimster.
And you have been watching Culture
Unfiltered.
Peace out, guys, and see you in the next episode.
Until next time, guys.